Nike and video games? Yeah, it's finally happening. Okay, well, maybe not finally happening. It happened last year, but we finally have something we can talk about. Now, I know what you're thinking. I'm gonna talk about the shoes in Fortnite, but I'm not, even though that's sort of where it started. Okay, so Swoosh. Nike is on a new adventure. They're bringing shoes to the digital world, to the gaming world. And it started with Nikes in Fortnite. Now, I know this is gonna piss a lot of people off, but we're not gonna talk about that. What we're gonna talk about is actual Swoosh product, because we now are getting quite a bit of product that we can talk about. So if you have feelings, which a lot of people do, about Nikes being purchased as a digital product in a video game, you can leave them in the comments if you want. I'm probably not gonna read them and I'm probably not gonna comment back. I definitely have an opinion about cosmetics in video games, and that opinion is, it doesn't really bother me. If you don't like it, you don't have to buy it. As long as the cosmetic doesn't give you an advantage over other players, I really don't care. So if you wanna buy your Nikes in Fortnite, or any other game for that matter, have at it, have fun. But what I'm here to talk about is the actual shoe behind the idea, because this is definitely something I could get into. If you don't know this about me, I absolutely love shoes. I love custom Nikes. I love all Nikes. I actually design my own custom Nike like once every couple months. Now, we finally get to see what Nike gaming looks like. Because again, if you didn't know this, Nike has started Swoosh. Yes, there is some NFT stuff that is involved. Again, that's not why we're here. That's a whole separate thing. We're actually going to talk just physically about the product and take a look at what we have in store for us, because it really excites me. Now, I will say the Swoosh stuff is available only through, or at least to my knowledge, only through the SNKRS app. That's that app that you can go to if you're a crazy sneakerhead, sort of like me. You can like get yourself into a drawing for limited edition shoes that are gonna drop in limited numbers. It doesn't mean that you're gonna get the pair of shoes, okay? I can tell you from experience, like these for instance, I was not able to get in the drawing, but you know, over time, it's been a few months since this pair has dropped. Over time, the price drops. You end up buying them on the secondhand market anyways, because they're really not that crazy expensive. And let's start with just pricing. The Swoosh stuff isn't launching at crazy prices. You're looking at your average, you know, Nike Air Max 1 price of like $130. I love the Air Max, I love the Air Max 90, I love the Air Max 95, and I especially love the Air Max 1. And that's what these shoes are. So without further ado, let's take a look at what a Nike video game crossover shoe looks like. And this one here is actually one of the original releases. This is the Air Max 1 low poly, and you'll know exactly what I mean by low poly as soon as we check it out. It's definitely got a vibe to it that I can get behind. So check this out, okay? This is the red color. This came in 2 different colors, but here we go. Look at this baby. This is the low poly. Now, as you can see, it definitely looks polygonal. All of the edges on this shoe are sharp edges. Even the swoosh is sort of pixelated. And if you look at the color gradient here on the nylon, it's pixelated as well. This looks like it's something that jumped right out of a Nintendo 64. Not to mention, if we take a look at the tongue, look at the Nike label on the tongue. I mean, it's super pixelated. It's so pixelated you almost can't even really read it. And on the inside of the tongue, we even got the E for everyone, the ESRB rating on the inside of the tongue. Again, I'm a huge Air Max fan, and so this here felt like a Mario 64 shoe to me. I just, maybe it's the colors, maybe it's the red and the gray colors, but I absolutely love it. So this was kind of their first forte. Now again, we can talk about it in another video. They are offering tons of different kicks in Fortnite. And what I mean by that is you can go into Fortnite, you can buy shoes for your character to wear. So like if you want to be Darth Vader wearing Air Jordans or Air Force Ones or something like that, you totally can. That's not for everybody, but you can. The really cool thing is they're taking some of those shoes that were designed in game and they're releasing them as a physical shoe. And in my opinion, a damn beautiful shoe for that matter. So I was able to score myself a pair of the red low polys not that long ago. And again, if you wait a little while, sometimes the prices go down. I was able to get these for just over MSRP of what they sold for. Now the shoes that I was able to get through the sneakers app are by far my favorites so far. Let's take a look at, they're calling these ones the Big Head Origins. And there's a reason. Let's open her up. I've already worn these shoes a couple times. I'm one of those guys. I'm not the guy that like buys the shoe and then keeps it on a shelf or keeps it in a box and never wears the damn thing. I wear the shoes. So that also means to sort of tear the shoes up. I try and be nice to them, but just forewarning, I've worn these already because as soon as I got them, I had to wear them. These are the Big Head Origins. This is probably, again, subjective opinion, probably one of the best shoes Nike's ever designed. I think it's just gorgeous. And if you can't tell by the shoe, it's got the same pixelated look, except we got this really cool suede going on here. I had somebody in one of my other videos ask if that was sandpaper. No, it's suede. Come on, sandpaper, really? I would check out a pair of sandpaper shoes, actually. That's another thing. Anyways, these are the Big Head Origins. Air Max 1 Big Head Origins. And if you can't tell, these are Donkey Kong themed. Look at the coin on the back of the shoe. And if you look inside the shoe, let's pull the sole out here real quick. Again, I've worn them, so bear with me on the stickers. It does have a little pixelated banana in the sole, and it had coins on the heel, but again, you know, I wear my shoes. I got no issues with people who like to save their shoes and maybe they never wear them or whatever, but I wear my shoes. So I've already rubbed the coins off of these, which is fine by me. The other thing that is different with the Big Heads and why they're called the Big Heads versus the low poly is the tongue. Let me get this low poly back up here real quick, and we'll take a side profile look. Okay, here's the Big Head, and here's the low poly. Maybe it's kind of hard to see in the video here, but the Big Head has a blockier profile, and that's because originally it's because it's Donkey Kong themed, but that's also because the tongue in this shoe is substantially thicker than the tongue in this shoe. So this is a traditional Air Max 1 with the traditional tongue. This is an Air Max Big Head. You can see right there. I mean, look at the profile, the side profile. When you wear this shoe, it's definitely a boxier shoe. I was almost concerned that maybe I should buy them a half size larger because of how thick this tongue was. But as it turns out, I wear 11s, and the 11s in all of them are fine. The 11s and the Big Heads, totally fine. They work just as well. What I love about this, you know, I'm a kid that grew up in the 80s and 90s. I grew up skating. This feels like a skate shoe to me, especially with the Big Head tongue, that real thick tongue. Oh, also, check it out, pixelated tag as well. With that thick tongue there, I mean, it reminds me of something like an Osiris D3 or an Etni or something like that, like a late 90s skate shoe. That's what this thing feels like when I wear it. Not to mention, it totally looks like it could have come out of the 80s or 90s. And it's supposed to look that way because this thing is designed after Donkey Kong Country for the Super Nintendo. Fantastic game from our childhood, if you're my age. If you're younger than me, you probably don't know what that is, and that's totally okay. But if you're younger than me, you're probably not wearing these shoes anyways, right? But there we go, look at that. There's the big heads, and there's the low polys. The shoe that I don't have, that I was not able to get into the drawing for, is the next big head. This one's really special. And it actually just dropped this month, so we won't be seeing any orders landing until, I wanna say it was 3 months out. So even on the third party market, you're not gonna get those shoes for at least another 3 months. But right now, people are selling their pre-orders for almost $1,000, which I love shoes, but that's too steep for me. Personal opinion. But in case you wanna know what they are, take a look. Tell me those don't make you want to mob around the facility as Odd Job hunting for one of your friends. I absolutely love where Nike is going with the big heads in general. I'm really interested to see where they go next. And I'm actually okay with them doing the digital shoe. Again, I know that some people have feelings about this, and that's totally fine. Vote with your wallet if you don't like it. But that also means I will vote with my wallet too. I'm really excited to see where Nike goes next. And I'm actually really thrilled to see Nike entering the gaming space. This is something that is like a dream collaboration for me. Nike coming into gaming. I love Nike shoes. I love shoes in general, especially custom Nikes, and obviously, I love my video games. So it's a collaboration that is just meant to be in my book. And I'm really excited to see what comes down the line. I just hope that we can get to a place where they're not as limited as some of these have been, because I know a lot of people who have tried to get these and were not able to. I mean, a lot of people. So maybe Nike bring up the volume a little bit and get a little more of these out there. And maybe they do end up re-releasing these. But as of right now, only available, I believe only available via the Sneakers app. If you're a sneaker person like myself, you already know what that is. So I don't need to explain it to you. If not, just go to the App Store and type in sneakers, although it's abbreviated. It's like SNKRS or something like that. And they do limited drops there. You can apply to be pulled in like some kind of lottery system, and then it allows you to buy the shoe. Or you can do like I did with the low polys and just give it a few months and go online and purchase them from, you know, one of the aftermarket retailers, because they do, a lot of the time they do end up going down in price, except for the new big heads. Those are really expensive right now. What do you think about this new collaboration? Swoosh. I know there's a lot more to it than just physical shoes, and it's sort of a lot to talk about. And maybe if you guys are interested, we'll break that down in another video another time. I do want to be very clear. I purchased these shoes. They were not provided to me. I genuinely am a fan of Nike shoes, and I love the fact that they're getting into gaming. That's not to say that, you know, if Nike, you know, I'm open, call me. If you want to see more video game videos or video game tennis shoe videos or just random videos, make sure you follow the channel right here. Click that little bell icon to be notified when new videos like this come up in the future. And until next time, my friends, enjoy the journey.